Here's one of our favorite clips from Neighborly Discourse with Billy and Steve.
Odds are he want some of these people, like serial killers and stuff like that, they want like notoriety from it. So what's going to get you the biggest forever, you'll never forget me, you know? Again, shooting 2 or 3 people in, Walmart or taking out a bunch of kids. You'll never be forgotten. Some people, I'm not saying this kid was that way, but some people find that enticing. And that's sick, man.
But to your point about being sick, what's going on in our culture, specifically in the last 30 years, where we can say we're producing over and over again these type of people? And I think that is really where you, like, if you, so I would say if there's a starting point, there are 2. One is that, what I just described, like being introspective and saying, okay, what are we doing wrong? Because we are as a country, we are absolutely doing something wrong that we continue to produce these type of people. But then the second thing is that as we try to figure out what are we doing wrong and seeing if we can course correct, can we say, okay, who are our most vulnerable? And because we know we have this type of problem, this type of urgency where today could happen today. In any one of our states, what happened 2 days ago can happen today. Can we say, if our kids are our most vulnerable and valuable assets, can we start to change how we protect our kids? Can we do that? Can we literally do that? Because that's such a fast way or a more direct way of resolving this or mitigating this versus saying, let's go after guns. Because I don't even think, like they were talking about, I don't even know what that bill is that's in the the Senate trying to get passed, HHB, whatever that bill is. It wouldn't have stopped this.
Nothing would have stopped this.
I know.
Because how many gun laws did he break?
None.
No, he broke a bunch of laws for guns and, carry on school property, have a gun within.
Oh, okay.
There's laws.
But I'm saying in terms
when
of
someone is going to break the law, what does more laws have to do with stopping them from breaking the law?
Well, what I'm saying in terms of obtaining the gun, he didn't break the law.
But I'm not saying that.
He legally obtained the gun.
They're saying that, because when the argument was brought up, look at all gun. We need more gun laws. Well, he didn't. He broke gun laws. Well, it was purchased legally. Okay, they had to they had to get down to 1. But the point is, they want more regulations. What do you want? Because there's a bunch of gun laws. California's got them. They're riddled with crime. New York, Chicago, they all have gun laws, strict gun laws, and people still die from guns.
So it's not the laws.
It's not the laws.
It's not the laws. You can't legislate evil in someone's heart. You can't.
Let me see if I can. Let me see the beginning of something here. The song is probably 10, 12 years old. We're entering the age of the gross. And we're talking about throwaway kids and kids that shouldn't be saved. It's just the beginning of a song. But again, this is 10, 15 years ago. For someone, if you listen to Eminem at times, he talks about his music. And listen, this is entertainment. If you choose to use it as a life lesson, that's on you. You need to do better. And I'm all for that because you have the right to create, a right to whatever. He's got his parental advisories on here, all that stuff. But the beginning of the song is, again, this is 15 years old. We're entering the age of the gross. Kids, there's throwaway kids you don't pay attention to, and it's okay. And I don't believe it is okay. Any certain kids can be saved, and I think you got to kind of pay attention.
But how do we save those kids?
Well, let's take this guy for example.
Okay, the Texas guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lives with his grandmother and grandfather.
Okay.
Okay, so he was there because he doesn't get along with his mom. Where's his dad? So first, Democrats, liberals destroy the nuclear family. Mom, dad, kids, family, that's a bad thing. So let's say there is that family. There is someone paying attention to this kid, seeing what he's doing. Would he, one, feel the need to go get attention in any kind of way if that was his motivation? Would someone be paying attention to what he's doing, how he's operating? Would he get the family love and attention that is given that he won't need to be feeling this way? If he had an open relationship with family, would he say, listen, I'm feeling kind of off today. Let me talk to you. That right there, just one thing, if the family was there and somebody paying attention to him, Could it have been different?
That's interesting. Sandy Hook, because you mentioned the mom. Was there a dad in that picture?
I really don't know.
Okay.
But they were just talking about this because he shot his grandma before he left,
Right.
and the grandfather, who was a felon, if I'd known guns in the house, I would have reported it because I'm not allowed to be there. All this stuff. So again, in the home with eyes on the kid, if he felt connection to family and family was watching him,
But-
would it have been different?
But here's my
you can't
thing.
guarantee, but I'm asking, what could that have been a deterrent?
I believe it would have been a deterrent because
Yeah.
I think that the dude's definitely suffering from something emotional, right? But my larger question to you is, but how do you do that? Like, we can say, like, what you just said makes sense. However, how do you implement that?
No, you can't. It can't be implemented. You just have to. I mean, unfortunately, you have to be. I would say it's generational.
Well, so let me ask you this question. Let me ask it a different way. We are at a place right now where we can say the family is destroyed, right?
They're working towards it.
They're
Yes.
working towards destroying the family, right?
Yeah.
And that we can see the byproduct, because clearly what happened, the kid in Stoneman Douglas,
Yeah.
I think he was in a foster home or
Yeah.
something like that. So we can clearly say, we can dot the lines to say that the people who are committing these atrocities are coming from some sort of broken home, right?
Yeah.
So if there's a broken home syndrome, that is the petri dish, if you will, for these types of individuals. When did the homes start to become broken? That's and look, this is a hard question because it takes some self reflection, some introspection to ask, like, did I play any part in this whatsoever, where we're at a place right now where our society have broken homes, where we're producing these types of individuals? Because I agree. You say, I kind of agree with you and half don't agree with you when you say there's something we can do about it. I think there is something that we can do about it, but it starts by saying, hey, we have a broken home syndrome. And we as a culture need to turn course and say, hey, listen.
But isn't it? I mean, I know there's a problem out there.
Okay.
You know there's a problem out there. So you have to assume at least half the people know there's a problem out there.
Okay.
So you can't force people to stay in a happy family. There's nothing you could really do. People know it's a contributor, but they won't say anything because most of the broken families, single parents, are women. Women are heroes. They can do no wrong. So you can't say they fail.
But see, that's
okay.
But hold on.
That's what's going to happen.
So this is, man, dude. This is why I said these are hard questions that I'm asking right now, because what you just said. We started with the narrative. Remember when I said way back, we say over and over again, stop looking at the shiny object, look where they're going with this? How about if I told you right now that and I know this is going to sound extreme, but where they were going with this in the late 1960s when they were trying to, late 1960s, early 1970s, when they were trying to deconstruct the nuclear family and have mothers raise kids by themselves, what if I would have told you that this is the end result of that? Would you still be down with what happened? Is it the Great Society? I forgot what they called it. The nanny state. There was a name that LBJ called it. But whatever it was, would you be down with that? This welfare system that we have that now produces. And listen, we're only talking about this mass shooting because it's a mass shooting. But can I tell you that mass shooting happens every day in the hood? That people are dying every day in the hood, that you have in urban neighborhoods, people are dying hand over foot every single day, just like this. And it doesn't get reported because A, it doesn't fit the narrative, but
true.
B, it's happening because you have single moms raising kids who are being raised on the streets by other kids.